Hi, my name is Willix, and this is episode 4 of Beyond Limits 115. Well, today we're going to make a Philosopher Stone and a Transmutation table. We're going to get into making some Infusion crystals so we can automate some essence crafting. We're going to use a CC computer for our timer, and we're going to set up some seed reprocessors that I mentioned last episode. Then we're going to get into some mystical crops to make some emerald seeds and stuff. So to do that, we do that with an Infusion, altar, and pedestals. A little bit different in the way they handle it after 112. And so we're going to make our emerald seeds, as I said. And if we've got time, we'll fool around with an online market as well. I haven't actually tried one of those yet myself, but I want to try it out. All right, so let's get started here. So what the hell is this thing? After all my complaining about not having a clipboard, I decided to use Computercraft. And I've got a Computercraft monitor up there. It is 3 high by 6 wide. And so you can see my little computer underneath and my monitor sitting up on top. And that's like 6 separate blocks is what it is. All running along that way and 3 separate blocks running up like that. So here's how I did it. I used the edit startup. Startup is a default thing for when you reboot. Huh? What? Setup or startup? What did I do wrong there? Actually, can we do... Oh, start up. Okay. That's what was wrong. I just typed in start. I should have hit the... if you hit the arrow key going to the right, it'll finish it off for you. All right, so what is all this gobbledygook? It's, by the way, I'm not a Computercraft expert by any means. I sort of cobbled this together. I'm not saying this is perfect code. It works. So, what did I do here? Well, I basically assigned a variable m. Okay, we'll call m equals the peripheral, which is the monitor that we're talking about, and it's sitting on top of this thing. Okay, on top of the computer. And the first thing we're going to do for the monitor, our m dot, is we're going to clear it. And then we're going to set the cursor position. So I indented at 15 and put a 2 down from the top. Then we're going to write something with it. And that's where I wrote the episode 4 of Beyond Limits 115. Now you can change the font size, but it gets really big on the computer for what I wanted to do, so I kept it at default 1:1. To change the font size, it'd be, what is it again? M set text scale in brackets 1 or 2 or whatever you want. Then next up we've got set cursor position 5, 5. So this time I only indented at 5, not 15. And then I put it down 2 lines from the title line. So down to 5. And the next one, the cursor position's 5, 7, then 5, 9, 5, 11, 5, 13. And I put my text in for each of them. Notice how when we go 1 dot Philosopher Stone and, in quotation, it sort of stops there. Rather than using word wrap, I just wrote a new line. Since I didn't move the cursor position, it just takes over from where it left off. And that's basically how I sort of wrote it all in there. Now, when you want to save your program, see how it says press Control to access the menu. Now, you press it once, you don't hold it. Press Control, and I could hit Enter here, or I'm going to hit S for save. Then I'll hit Control once again and E for exit. And that's how I would get out of it. And then we just type in reboot to have it start up again. And there. Now it's going to be back up here again. All right. So that covered off. Oh, sometime later I may or may not do something more involved teaching Computercraft better. Or do it as his own thing, not even with this pack. This is not meant to be that. Just to show you what I did. Okay, Philosopher's Stone. We finally have our glowstone after last episode. And it goes in here. That's just obsidian and stone, so easy to make. We're going to make 2 of those. One for here and one to travel with. Guess I should take that with me. And then we're going to come over here. And I'll drop one right down there. And I'll just put my Philosopher's Stone in there. Actually, I'll put my spare tablet in there as well. Okay, so we'll grab some emeralds. And I'm going to grab a coal. Okay, so you take things, you dump them in there, it learns them, and then you're set from there. Now, I'm going to need to keep some emeralds. I'm going to need them. Actually, I need, 4 emeralds? And the rest go in there, and we got 4 million EMC in there already. So that's what I was doing. I was building up emeralds to feed in there for EMC. Next up, we're going to want some coal. So we'll drop one of those in. We've got coal learned, and we're going to need 4 stacks of coal in the immediate future. All right, and then I'll put all the other stuff in there later, and it'll be all set up. Now I don't have to go in here and keep switching it over and over and over again. All right, so that's taken care of. Let's move on to our infusion crystals. So I'm going to make, actually I don't need 5, I need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to need some of those. Oh, I should have showed you a recipe on that. It was simple. It was just lapis, crafting table ingots. And that gives us an auto crafter from Essentials. And the computer monitor, like the one I've got over there. Oh, and if you're wondering about the monitor that was on top, it's just stone around stained glass. That's your monitors. And I put up like a whole pile of them, like 6 by 8. No, not 6 by 8. 3 by 6. And we've got that. Okay. So let's come over here and deal with that. So I've got this set up. It's pulling out of the top of that one. And we'll stick one right there. And it can push into the side of that. Then we're going to pull out of the bottom of this one and push them into the side of this one. And then we'll pull out of the bottom of this one and push them into the side of that one. Then we'll drop down our computer monitor. Not monitor, computer. We'll come up here and I'm going to run redstone. Whoops. There we go, all the way down like that. Somehow it seemed to put it on this one as well. I don't know why. Okay, so that part's set up. Next up, we're going to put one there and one there. Now, why I can't put more of these in here, I don't know. Oh, we're going to need, I know what we're going to need here. Let's grab ourselves 2 stacks of that, actually. And we're going to put, and that there. Now, as you can see, it's already started run along there and into here because it's found a valid source. Oh, and out the bottom here, before I forget, we'll have it come out. Now, this will only take it up to the blue one. It won't take it to the red. I don't mind doing the last step myself. All right, so we've got that set up, but nothing's happening yet. Why not? You have to supply it with a redstone signal, and we need something that's going to do it. Now, I didn't have to use the computer monitor. I'm maybe making it more difficult. I could have used a couple of redstone repeaters side by side, run redstone on either side, and done it that way. But instead, actually, we're going to take one of our levers, and I'm going to place it right in front of it and set it to on. Okay, now, for this one, I'm going to do it all in front of you, and let's hope I get it right. Edit. This time I'm going to give it its own name. We're going to call it Craft. And so now it's all set up to take a brand new program. So we're going to make a while statement. Basically, this is a kind of a loop. While rs get, and we want input, and we want it to be from the front. Remember where that lever, I just put a lever in front of it. Remember that? And then we have do. So in other words, while it's getting a signal from the lever, keep doing this. And we'll indent it because this is our loop. And we'll type in rs dot set. This time it's an output. And we're going to set the output out the top. Remember where I put that redstone? Comma, true. So in other words, send a redstone signal, like redstone, rs, redstone signal, set the output top, and make it true so it's actually sending the signal. Next step, we're going to put it to sleep for a sec. And we'll do it for one redstone tick, which is 0.1. It would be 0.05 if you're talking about one tick, but a redstone stick is actually 2 ticks. And then we're going, after it sleeps, we're going to do rs dot set. Oh, and the capitals here. The capital O, that's important. You got to have that capital. For the input, get input, it's got to be capital I. Won't work without it. And again, we're doing it to the top. And this time we're going to say false. In other words, after it's slept for one tick, we want it to stop sending a signal. Okay. And then we're going to have it sleep again. And adjust this to whatever you want. Right now, it's got a lot of them to do. So I'm going to set it at a 2, which is still pretty damn quick. If you've got rid of your backlog, I might change it to a 1 later. If I'm going to be wearing that ring, I might set it down to a 0.1. But set it to whatever you want. That figure can be your own. And then we'll backspace, and we'll type in end. And I'm deliberately leaving it on the screen for, well, I should actually double check, make sure it looks right to me. Yes, that looks right to me. Might not be, but so far, so Control S, Control E, and Craft. Now you can see it's blinking that light on and off, going up like that. And in here, it's spewing this stuff out, and it's going nowhere. Why is it going nowhere? Oh, because you don't have... That's what I didn't do. Oh, well, that's why I'd got an extra stack of this. I was going to manually do it, but okay. So now we got some of that. Come down here. And now it's making the blue. Now the blue needs somewhere to go. So we will put one of those on there. And we'll drop down just a chest because there's not going to be that much of it. Oh, these pipes don't like storage drawers. That's the one thing I don't like about the mechanism. Well, these are logistical transporters, but their power, their everything. I don't like them for mod incompatibility. If it's all between mechanism, it's fine. But once you go starting to use other people's, not so much. Well, you cut that out. I want none there. Oh, I want back out again. Okay, that's okay. And you need to push out. And it's done there. Okay. That's it. This thing is working. And it's getting rid of a lot of this stuff this thing was nearly full. I actually had to pull some of the seeds out of there. It was so full. All right, so what's next up? The reprocessors, yes, these are the reprocessors. So this stuff, well, I went back into the nether area and I veined mine some of, it was called soulstone, not soulstone cobble. I veined mine some of that and boom, this stuff popped up. This solium ore. And I hit it and got solium dust. This is prosperity shards with iron in the middle. Then we're going to make some machine frames. That's stone and then I'm stifling the hiccups, by the way, if you're wondering what's going on here. And that's how you make your seed reprocessor. But I want 4 of them. The hose don't stack. I might have been better off putting the hose in separate and would have been just slightly less work. Okay, now over here. And these things drove me insane. I could not get them to work. I could not get them to work. I could not get them to work until I finally figured out what was wrong all along. And it took me forever. I was at this for like an hour before I figured it out, which I feel really, really foolish about. Is that nighttime? No, it's just dark. You've got to feed in from the top and out from the bottom, like a furnace. Fuel goes in from the side. So fuel goes in from the side. We're just going to drop. I haven't set anything up to auto feed it fuel. I'm not sure if I need to or not. I'm not sure how fast it goes through fuel. It doesn't seem to be going through it very fast. So it's getting its seeds now automatically. And they're all full of seeds. So all that worked. And then as it makes essence, oh, it's not coming at the bottom. Right. And that's working. And it's also feeding it in here. Actually, I don't need that anymore. It's coming down here, and I'm getting lots of blue Imperium essence. Okay. All right, so we've got our seed reprocessors done. Now let's get on to the new way of making seeds, which is down here. So that's just red carpet, stone, and gold. We got an infusion altar. And we need to go along with 8 infusion pedestals. And where the hell am I setting this up? Over here somewhere. So we want maybe a pedestal about there somewhere, and it's 2 away from it. So there? Yeah, okay, that looks good to me. It's showing a ghost of where they go, so don't have to guess the distances or anything. I know what I'd like. I don't want to have to keep running over, so we will get a crafting station. I wonder if it can accept... if this thing can pump into a crafting station. I wonder. Come on, make another one so that we can find out. Nope. You can't pump directly into one of these things. I was hoping. So we'll just put this down here. And we'll put our stone in there. We only need 4 for now. Okay. And we're going to need... oh, right. I did those 2 things, and I didn't do the next thing, which was... well, I was going to make 2... yeah, I'm only making 1 now. Only doing this. So this goes in the center. Let me show you. That goes in the center, and then we've got 4 of each around. Now, it doesn't seem to matter what sort of order you do these things in. And our 4 emeralds. Oh, I know what I didn't do. This thing needs a redstone signal. And we've got our seeds. Now, from what I understand, what I really want, instead of the way I just did that, hold on a sec. While I'm talking, we'll hold that. Actually, I don't think it's going to hold it while I'm up like this. I should have had, I don't have the thing up there. It is... okay, so I want to take dirt and a hoe and a Supremium and make Supremium farmland. And according to James Stencil, the tier of the farmland needs to match the tier of the seed for the best results. So, as you can see, the other ones, because they're low tier, are happening way faster than my emeralds are here, right? My emerald's just not growing as quick. It is growing, but not nearly as fast. It wants the better soil. But, oh, I guess it was going fairly quick. All right. Well, we've got some more of them. And we can keep doing that as it gets more of them. I'll do most of them off camera. But as you can see, we're going to be able to fill this thing with emeralds pretty fast. But I will start using the Supremium here and put it on. Well, actually, maybe we should make at least one of those. So let's find out what's involved. We need one of these. And I'll just come over here and do it. And a dirt. And I wonder if my Madoc works. Or whether it's got to be one of their hose. Where is their farmland? Supremium farmland. Come on, wait. I know I just saw it. There it is. Give me a break. Now it's moved again. Hey, there we go. Ah, it worked. All right. Didn't need to make a special device. So I wanted this corner, so. Oh! Now, I wonder if I could put the red stuff down on that too. Or probably not. My guess would be no. But let's give it a try. Nope. And see if this works faster. It does not seem to be working that much faster. I don't know that that's not worthwhile at all. Unless that's not the correct tier for it. How'd I get that? It's a tier 5, and this stuff doesn't say, but I assume that's the tier 5, not tier 6, right? Because tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm not overly excited about this stuff. It doesn't seem to be doing better. Well, we'll start planting down more emerald seeds. I don't know. I'm going to keep half of it, half and half, or just let it do whatever. I don't know. I'll decide off camera. All right. Last thing we were going to... Oh. Tonight we can sleep and get rid of the rain. Oh, since this has gotten to the point where... No, it hasn't finished off all the essence. Once it's finished off all the essence, I shall... Why have you stopped? Oh, because you don't have a... Where did I leave the other one? There we go. Because I was going to put more of those in there because I knew that it might need them. I need to make a master infusion stone at some point. What's the master infusion stone? We could make that now. We're going to need 6 Supremium. And I totally forget what the rest of the stuff was. What was it? Master Infusion Stone was... We need Prosperity Shards, and one of these, one of those is that. Prosperity Shards. Oh, did I? I thought I got more. Yes, I did. And a diamond. figures. I happen to be working with all the things that I can't be pulling out of the table, right? Well, I could pull a diamond out, I guess, but I had lots of those. So that thing and the... no, I've got those. What am I... That's not a master infusion stuff. This thing. Now the master in... I just saw it. I'm blind. They keep moving things on me. So if there's any one that needs it, it's this one, because it does 4 times as much as even that one does. Now we'll just stick this in here for now. And I'll make some more of those later. Okay, because this wasn't worthwhile. So final thing to end off the episode. We are going to make ourselves an online market. I've never used one of these before. This may suck. I have no idea what it's going to be like. Let's put things back the way they should be for traveling. And we'll get an online market. And we'll put away some junk. It's not really junk, but that goes there. Dirt goes here. That. Oh, and this went there. That went there. So's that. Okay, also from here, I want one of these. And let's grab at least one red. We'll grab those. And coal to feed that, because I believe this thing needs power. I don't know that for sure, by the way. Then we want sort of one of everything. Like I know we want a black wool. I know we might want a string. Actually, let's put a list up here. Black wool string. We might want that. Food-wise, we're going to want an apple, a beet, a carrot, a wheat. Actually, we don't have to carry all this with us. We can just put it on the table, and it matches up down there. I think we might want zombie flesh. Does he want beef? I don't remember. I think somebody wants chicken. Pumpkins, maybe? Cactus, maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. What else? Anything else? Sticks, surprisingly. Maybe. Do I have a string? Yeah, I got a string. Iron? Maybe. Clay? Maybe. Logs. Where are my logs? Okay, I think we can just put them all in here. There we go. And that shall do us. So, let's go traveling. Oh, PK. There we go. Turned on my jetpack in advance. In case I get there and there's things beating on me right away. Now, does this thing work at night? So obviously this dimension has different day-night cycles than the other one. So let's see. It goes for 32. We want to get as many of their big houses in as we can. So I'm thinking right down here somewhere. Oh, come on, stop. It's moving me around. All right, so if we put this down, it's not showing anything. Do I have to give it power? I don't know that I do, actually, to be honest. I had to give it power. That's what it was. And then on the other side of this, where's my tablet? Frig, I left my tablet behind. You probably saw that and went, ha ha, you left the tablet behind. Unless I actually put it in there. No, I left it behind, yeah. So this is the way I wanted to try and do things. So we know that we need black wool. So let's get black wool first. Got 10. Let's see how that does us. What's going on here? Why do I still have 10 stacks of this? I have no idea. Now it wants carrots. Well, that was weird. Is that a bug with this thing? Actually, let's try it with just one stack of it and see what happens. Well, he's finished. But yeah, it didn't use any of them. Well, okay. This looks too cheaty to me. I'm not going to use this thing this way. Damn it. I liked the looks of this thing. Nope. That is definitely too cheaty. Do I need to take my fuel out first? Nope, I will not use it that way. But didn't that make it look like it was going to make things really, really easy to make some emeralds? Actually, yeah, I did leave with the emeralds. Okay, well, that's it for this episode. Actually, let's take a look. We're on to 29 of those, and everything seems to be doing its thing, right? These things are all still full of seeds like that. Okay. That's it. Go out there and have some fun. Thanks.